Hello, 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 cousins of the world. It's your girl Candace.
And I'm Colette.
This is Hey Cuz.
Hi guys,
So
I'm back.
what's up? Back again like we never left. So today we're gonna talk about a touchy little subject, which I don't know why it's so touchy, but we'll go there. Dating in the workplace. Dun dun dun. You know, people always say don't where you eat. You know what I'm saying? What are your thoughts on dating in the workplace?
I agree. Don't where you eat, okay? Don't mess with your money. I mean, it can work. I've seen it. But for me, it's not something I'm ever gonna do. I'm not interested in putting those two together because at the end of the day, if it does not work out, you have to see this person day in and day out, especially if you don't end in good terms.
Yeah.
Um, and then there's different levels to it, right? It could be a coworker versus your boss versus, are you the boss? Like that can get dicey, and people are petty. People are very.
There are rules about that, I believe. And if you're dating your boss or whatever, you do have to clear that or something to HR. So, so there are policies in place to prevent retaliation or whatever. So someone else actually just asked me about this because everybody I work in a hospital, I'm a nurse, everybody knows that. So everybody watches Grey's Anatomy and all these other shows and sees everybody in the on-call room or the supply room, blah 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 blah. So they were asking me a million one questions about this. Is it true? And this and that and third. And I'm like, okay, here's the tea, guys. Sure. Do people hook up, in a hospital setting? Absolutely. But here's the thing that's inaccurate to the shows compared to real life. 9 times out of 10 is going to be someone who does not work in your department, someone who doesn't do your same job. Like on Grey's Anatomy, you see doctors and doctors. They're all pretty much doctors or doctors and residents, doctors and nurses, maybe. But usually in real life, from what I've observed, it's usually someone who doesn't do your same job. I don't think I've ever seen a doctors hook up. I know doctors who are married, but they don't work together. So yeah, you'll see maybe doctor nurse is more common for sure. I mean, but if you think about it, working in a hospital, you work 12-hour shifts. You're with these people more times than you're with your family, more than your friends. So they're in your face. I feel like it's bound to happen. And I feel like it's a good place to meet someone. Honestly, it can work, but it can also go very badly. So yeah, I've seen, doctor, nurse is very common. Or they might be a different floor. They don't work in the same department. That's always the best way to do it. If you get radiology person, or there's, especially working in an ER, you see so many people come through your department. So that I feel like is the best place to do it if you're gonna do it. So you have nurses, doctors, radiology, you have security, you have EMS and fire, that's a whole nother situation. Can't trust them. They ain't loyal. That's just my observation. Okay, don't kill me. Don't shoot the messenger. Okay. Because they be spitting lines, and I'm like, so I know you spit this same line to the ER nurse in this hospital, and that hospital, and that hospital, and that hospital. So I'm like, nah, son. Nah.
And the doctors don't.
But most of the doctors don't work that many different places. You see the same staff all the time. But yeah, the EMS and fire, that gets tricky. And they date each other, from what I hear. So it's just different. I know a couple, that got married the other day. Security and ER staff. Mm-hmm. They've been together for years. Just got married. So I think it's great. I know another security guard married to a nurse on a different floor. They've been together for years. So it can work. I think it's less likely to work if it's in your same department and you do the same job. Nurses who date nurses, I hear it gets tricky because our schedule is crap. So it would have to be someone you work the same shift, because if you work day shift and they work night shift, like when are you going to see each other? So it could get tricky. So I think it just depends on your job. And are people having, sexual relations in the on-call rooms and the medical supply rooms and all these things? And I made a joke. I was like, ain't nobody having sex in the medication room or the supply room because too many people going in and out of there. We always in there. It's just not gonna happen. Like there's always people going here, there, and everywhere. So I mean, do people get together and hook up? Yes. Are they doing it on the job? Very unlikely. So I think, yeah, it just depends. Like a hospital's a big place and you see a lot of people, especially working in ER. It could be people who don't even work in your department. They don't even work in the building. Like EMS, they don't even work in the building. They come and go. So I just think it depends. Like an office, that might get a little tricky. You know, I don't know how corporate America works, but I know, I just feel like I feel like you can do it as long as they don't work in your department. And that's the safest way to play it. As long as you're not looking that person in the eye all day, all night.
That sounds very annoying.
Yeah, I think if I was dating a nurse, like who worked my same shift in my same department, I would get, yeah, it wouldn't work.
Tired. Yeah.
Because when I go to work and I don't play. And people know I'm very serious when it comes to my job and I get real focused and I'm real intense. So I might curse you out or, you know, tell you to hurry up or just be real aggressive. So it's
So would it work for you?
Not like that. I may be guilty of this, of dating someone, but we did not do the same, allegedly, did not do the same job and kind of did, yeah. We didn't do the same job, allegedly. We may have worked in the same department, may have worked in the same facility. Huh?
It's like a pediatric nurse versus an ER nurse, something like that.
Yeah, I think that could work. You know, I work in the ER, they work on the floor or in the OR or something. Like I'm not staring you in the eye. I think that could work. And then also like you relate to things, you know, you could swap war stories or whatever. Like I can't always tell my stories to my friends because they get grossed out. But if you're dating another nurse, you know, there's no problem. Or you could talk about the day and talk about this manager, that manager, and laugh about it and keep it moving. Like I feel like what we've seen teachers date teachers and we've seen these things. So I think it depends on the area you work in and the how big or small the facility is. I think that really matters.
Yeah. When everyone's in your business, all up in your relationship, especially if it's a small place compared to a bigger workplace.
I've seen it. I've definitely seen it with teachers. Like, we're not stupid. Let me just say this to teachers, you know, if you want to date each other, your students are not dumb. They see, they notice it. They know. But I've seen teachers get married as well. Like in high school, a few of my high school teachers, they married each other. Cause it's like, I feel like the place, I call it kind of like your golden hour for dating. It's like college. Or maybe even your high school sweetheart. That's the sweet spot. Once you graduate college, it's kind of all downhill for you. So like, where do you meet someone? You know, they always say, don't date your cool. But where else would you go? Like, where else do you meet someone?
Gym, supermarket.
Yeah, but you're in the gym, you're somewhere you don't want nobody to talk to. I feel like in the workplace is an organic way to create relationships. You create friendship. I have lasting friendships from my job. Why not a relationship? Like, what's the difference?
I don't know. I just told you for me, it's just not happening.
Of course. I feel like there's definitely boundaries that need to be had. I feel I really believe that you shouldn't date your boss unless maybe you knew each other outside of, you know, that, and then somehow you end up in the same department. So be it, that's just something that y'all gonna have to work through and you declare that to HR. But if you just meet, I feel like you should not date your boss. That's a bad idea. Yeah, you should not date anyone who's in a superior level over you. Because I feel like it's a recipe. Most people, ego can't deal with that.
Mm-hmm.
What else? Yeah, I mean,
you gotta keep your stuff out of work as well, though, because you know, if you have an argument or something, you're dating your coworker, you gotta make sure once you both end up in that workplace environment, that nonsense stays at home.
It definitely takes a great level of maturity.
Yes.
Like I said, but it is best to do it with someone who does not work in your department. Because you can fight at home and you go to work, you don't necessarily have to look at them all day. Mm-hmm. And like I said, healthcare, you see it in TV. They showed it in TV because like, I want to say it's not common, but it's kind of normal. You know, like it happens. It's not frequent, I wouldn't say, but it happens because you are with these people 10 to 12 hours a day. It's a long time. Mm-hmm. EMS and fire, they're with the same people for 24, 48 hours. That's a long time. So yeah, I feel like healthcare is more common as opposed to other places because we spend so much time with these people. So they're gonna become your friends, your family, your lover. It's bound to happen. I just feel like
No, maybe I just don't get into work like that. Like I come in, I do my job and leave.
sure. But like I said, when you work 12 hours,
Yeah.
and then sometimes when you're working 3 shifts in a row, that's a lot. You like pretty much go to sleep and wake up and see the same people. You spend half of your day, literally half the day with the same people. So it's different. I think it's a little different, especially in the hospital setting. It's a little different. I've never really worked in any other setting, so I wouldn't know how that goes. But I definitely see why it can work, and I've seen it work. But I've also seen stuff pop off, like there's drama, like you want to talk to this, that, the person. Like you can't talk to everybody in the same building. So they gonna find out. I've seen that too. So it gets tricky. I want to know if any of y'all have dated in the workplace. Drop it in the comments and tell us your experience because I want to know. I'm a little nosy. I want the tea. Because on TV, they show it and it just 9 times out of 10 it goes wrong. Doesn't matter if it's like business, healthcare, the grocery store, or whatever, like the office, every TV show where it's a workplace, somebody's dating somebody, right? And they show either it go well or it doesn't go bad. Like Pam and Jim on The Office.
Yeah.
Like they got married and it was so sweet. Well, I'm trying to think of something where it didn't work. I don't know. I can only think of Grey's Anatomy.
Everything of Grey's Anatomy.
I mean,
everything
a lot of
Shondaland.
Yeah, Shondaland. Sometimes it just goes left. I feel like if you're the president, you definitely shouldn't be dating your subordinates. But that's few and far between. Only one person's president at a time. So there's that. And constituents do like a married politician. But everybody know people in politics just love to do dirt. Everybody knows. But yeah, I don't know. I just wonder. Like I know it's common in healthcare. I know it's common in education. Because you just see it. I don't know. Maybe I'm just very hyper vigilant, hyper observant. I notice everything. I have seen teachers date teachers, or I have seen where I was just telling my friend the other day. I remember in kindergarten, not to blow nobody's spot up. I'm not going to name no names, but you remember like the custodian was in love with our kindergarten teacher. I don't know if you knew that, but I never took naps during nap time, so I saw everything go down. I don't know. I didn't know if they were dating. I don't know, but I know he was in love with her. I remember he brought her roses one time. He would always come into our classroom, and that's how you know something's going on. When somebody who has no business in your classroom just keep coming in there, something's up. That's what I'm saying. Teachers, just your kids are looking. They know, they know. I knew. I always know. You didn't know that? You never noticed that?
I had one track mind in kindergarten, okay, and that was one of my favorite teachers I crushed on. That's all I cared about.
Oh my God.
And anything else.
Definitely teachers don't date your students. Professors don't date your students. Students don't date your professors. I just wanted to throw that out there. But yeah, like, why not? Why not?
Hey, if it works for you, then
it's convenient. It's convenient. That's why I get it. It's convenient.
So do we do it just because it's convenient?
No, I mean, it works out because people always say, where do you meet people? Where do you meet people? Mm-hmm. I feel like that's a very convenient place to meet people is at work. But I feel like you have to be very careful.
I can see the work social events as well, because those are usually the ones you're bringing like your plus one or like a friend or something like that. And then maybe it's not always just you're dating your coworker, but your coworker,
your friend
around that's single.
And that gets tricky too, because then you might be in the middle. Yeah, there is that.
But it depends on that relationship. Like, is that your buddy coworker, or is it just your coworker?
Here's the thing: if one of my friends decide they want to date my coworker, because like you said, with the work get-togethers, okay, at my old job, we had a lot of get-togethers. We love to hang out, and that's what I'm saying. It's easy to date each other because at these parties, like the doctors would come, the nurses would come, the techs, radio, everybody was there. And we had a great time. We got along and showed up to work professional like nothing happened. So it was common. And, I was known to bring my friends all the time. Everybody knew me. Everybody knew my friends. They knew, like, you wasn't going to see one without the other. Sometimes I would show up. They'd be like, where's your friends? I'm like, hey, I'm here. Like, what's up? Like, they got used to seeing my friends. So if one of my friends decided to date my coworker, I'm the type of person, and this is just in general, if a friend, whoever, family friend, whoever, I'm like, y'all do you. Just know I'm out of it. I wipe my hands clean. I don't want to be in the middle of it. And I've had issues with that before. I have lost friends because of this before, but it's like I told you ahead of time. I want no parts. I'm glad you met, glad you're happy, whatever's going on. I don't want to know the details. Just pretend I don't exist. I don't want to know.
But that's fair. You enter a relationship.
Because it can get real nasty. Like, you're gonna end up in the middle of it. And it's just, no. I don't want to be in the middle of the mess. So yeah, it can get tricky. But I'm not opposed to it. I used to be like you, like, I'm here to make my money, boom, 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 I'm out. But as I got older, as I worked, more and more, especially I stayed at the same job for a decent amount of time, I see how it can happen, especially in healthcare, because you're with these people for an insane amount of time.
I can understand when you're saying like the hospitals. For me, I've mostly been outpatient clinics, so I mean the PT.
So it's different. Like these, like how many people on staff? Exactly. So yeah, I work in a smaller outpatient setting now. It's way less people. Mm-hmm. So that's completely different. I see how it wouldn't work. It's 5 of y'all in the office. Everybody gonna know y'all dating. Exactly. I mean, you can only hide it for 2 weeks before everybody figure it out. Like, I get that. So I think it just depends. I feel like prime examples of this is definitely healthcare and education. Those are the places where I've seen it the most. Like professors and professors, which I feel like that can get dicey because it's easy for one of somebody to get a raise and then they're superior, like out the blue. So I've seen it in the high school setting, middle school. I guess I wasn't really paying attention, but I definitely noticed it, in kindergarten class. I noticed it a lot in high school. High school teachers be dating each other.
The big thing, it just boils down to maturity, like making sure your ego's not all up in it and you're mature. And you can handle the relationship, you can handle work, you know how to separate the two when the need is there, and that's it.
I think dating in the workplace is okay. I'm gonna get grown. I don't know what the rules, I need to look up the rules for you too, and what I can say, what I can't say. But being grown in the workplace, and y'all know what I mean. Tread lightly. That's where it gets ugly. Mm-hmm. People, try to be grown and work their way to the top, climb the ladder. We know it happens. Mm-hmm. It happens. I feel like your reputation precedes you always. Your true self will always manifest. So you can do what you want to maneuver your way through. Hardiness comes before the fall. Like, you're going to fall eventually. Like karma, like I was telling somebody today, karma is real and has no expiration date. So when you being grown in the workplace, it gets dicey. You want to be grown with this person, that person, you're going to cause drama. People aren't dumb. You know what I'm saying? That's the thing. Like, people aren't stupid. Mm-hmm. Especially, like I said, in places where you in each other's faces nonstop, people are going to notice. People going to catch wind. Rumors start to spread. You know what I'm saying?
Well, nowadays, people don't have no shame. That's the problem.
That's true, but like I said, karma is real and has no expiration date. You can do whatever you want to do. Anytime you do something slimy to get to the top, it's gonna come back to bite you in the butt. I firmly believe that. So I don't believe that you need to tear people down to climb to the top. Anytime you do something negative to gain something, it's gonna come back to bite you. Mm-hmm. Have you ever noticed any people hooking up or dating in your workplace?
I have worked for people who were married, and at the time
Mm.
they dated and then became married, and then now it's partnership, they own the building, that type of thing. And even so, married and kids and all that, I've seen the tension between them coming in the workplace and
Yeah.
okay, this one took this car, this one took that car, they haven't talked at all today, and now
Yeah.
all the employees are just like, okay guys, walk on eggshells, we don't know what's going to happen.
Yeah, I see how that could be uncomfortable. That could
But
definitely
that's
be
the
uncomfortable.
owner. That gets dicey
Yeah.
too.
That suck. That would suck. Maybe that's a question we need to start asking in the interviews. Are you married to anyone in this facility? Are you married to anyone in the leadership team in this facility?
Yeah.
I need to know.
Mhm.
That's true. It just could get uncomfortable for everybody.
Mhm.
I've experienced that. Like people dating, like you said, they mad and who fighting. It's gonna mess up your whole shit. And like I said, when we stare each other in the face 12 hours a day, that's a long time.
Yeah.
Long time to be uncomfortable. I'm not opposed to it. Now that I'm older and I understand things more, I'm not opposed to it. I have seen it work. It is doable. You just have to be careful.
Yeah.
I feel like definitely don't go out of your way to be with someone who's your superior or inferior subordinate. Definitely don't. I feel like you should try to date outside your department if possible. If that's what you want to do. It's tricky. It's definitely tricky.
But then what about, people with the office jobs? Big building, different floors.
I think that's fine. That's what I'm saying. Just, I feel like do it. Make sure it's somebody who doesn't work in your department. Them big buildings, I live in the city. Those buildings are like 50, 60 floors high. That's a lot of people. Just go to a different floor. Go to a different floor. Even in like USPS, like those are people, they see each other all the time, but you hear about people going postal. I wouldn't date nobody in the post office. You know what I'm saying?
They don't get no love, come on now.
They don't call it postal for no reason. My
dad
dad used to work for USPS and he said that they don't call it going postal for no reason. That's exactly why they call it going postal, because it's them always going crazy. I don't know what it is about the post office people. If you work for the post office, drop a comment and help me help you. I need to understand. Tell me what it is. What is it? What is, I really want to know. Like, what's up with this going postal stuff? I want to know.
I mean, I can kind of understand that. You got people coming and yelling all day, every day. Where's my mail?
That's I mean, we get yelled at 12 hours a day. Like, I get it. But we ain't shooting up the place. You know what I'm saying? So, I don't know. I just want to know. Like, them post office people be getting turned up. They be getting lit. Okay? That's what I know. That's what I know. But I hear, what was the other position? Somebody was telling me about, dang.
What?
Is it the airline people? It's the airport people.
Yeah.
The airport staff. I heard the airport staff be getting it in. That's what I heard. I know we have a few people who work in getting these comments. Y'all need to start spilling tea. I want to know. I want this all the tea. I
can kind of see that though. Have you seen what's been going on these planes with these people acting all crazy about not wanting to wear a mask and this and that?
About dating
I can't take off because you acting crazy.
I'm talking about they date each other a lot. Or not date, or I know they hook up a lot. That's what I've heard. The airport staff. But I mean, why not? It's a big place. Mm-hmm. You could work over here and they could work all the way down there.
There's so many different positions. I can see that. You got the baggage claim, you got the check-in.
Right. I feel like, an organization where there's so many different positions, I feel like it could work. But if it's too many people who do like it's just a lateral positions, like it's going, I feel like it's more likely to go left. Well, not even lateral, because I guess all those stuff is lateral, but like if you, it's too many people who do the same job.
Yeah.
But like, yeah, the airport, I done heard about y'all.
It's spirit, isn't
Y'all ain't slick.
it?
I heard. And it's not just a typical pilot, we know they be doing their dirt. I heard it's everybody. So spill the tea. I'm calling out all these professionals. I already know. I be hearing the dirt. I want to know the tea. Airport people, it's people in education, definitely politics. We already know how that go. And healthcare. It goes down in the DMs. It goes up on a Tuesday. These are the things that I've been hearing, okay?
I'm done. Let these people live their best life.
They can live. I just want to know. I'm trying to help the cousins. The cousins need to know if it works or not. That's why we're here, to educate the cousins. The cousins they want to know. Does it work? Are y'all dating? I want to know, are y'all dating or are y'all just being grown? Because it's a difference. I know a lot of people who, I've heard rumors about a lot of grown folk business going down, but I do know a lot of people who dated, successfully, some unsuccessfully, a few gone bad, but most of them, it's okay. Mm-hmm. I know a lot of couples, they got married, they're successful relationships and they met at work. I know people who have like changed facilities and try to make it work. It works out better because in healthcare it's kind of easy to change your job. I don't know how it works in the other, like it's easy to transfer facilities or whatever, but it can work. Just don't write it off, but I feel like you need to do it correctly. So I think the advice that I've observed that works: don't date your superior. Don't date your subordinate. And I guess this goes for dating and being grown. Don't do either, right? Date outside your department. Date outside your job title. Those are the few things that I've observed where it worked. And you get away with it. You're more likely to get away with it. Like you could probably date for a long time without people knowing. If you're dating someone who's not in the same job title, not in your same department, how they gonna know?
And is it a big thing that has to be kept a secret?
It doesn't have to be, but I feel like it like I said, especially healthcare, it's drama. Too close. It's too close. We're too close. It's just like anything in dating. When you first start dating someone, you keep it a little hush hush at first, feel it out, you know what I'm saying? So if you start dating someone in the hospital, it's you 2 weeks in and then the whole building knows. You don't want that. And literally the whole building, depending on what, like the place, my first job I worked at, it was pretty homey. Everybody knew everybody, even in people in different departments, we just all knew each other. It wasn't a huge facility. So it's easy for, everybody gonna know. Everybody gonna know your business. Everybody gonna ask you a million questions, all this stuff. So I think just be careful. It's just like with any relationship, guard your relationship. I mean, it's fine if people find out eventually, but I feel like at first, they gonna sniff you out. We're bored. We want to know the tea.
See, that's the problem right there. Mind your business.
Like I said, 12 hours is a very long time. It is
like she become working, she just sit here just watching the drama unfold.
Whoever created that schedule is their fault. It's a very long time. Like you have time to sit there and watch and talk and you get a little time here and there. You in the break room, you in the med room, pulling up your mask. Hey sis, you seen this? Whoop, whoop, doop, doop. Like you transporting people or whatever, you coming on the way back. You just have a lot of time. In the span of 12 hours, here and there, you just have time where you could just tea. You flood, especially like I said, certain departments, surgical services, they're like in a corner off to themselves. Nobody paying them no attention. They're in their own little world. Behavioral health, same thing. They're upstairs. Everybody forget they exist. Same kind of thing with women's services. They're kind of tucked off, and 9 times out of 10 sucks for them. It's nothing but women up there. If that's your thing, lucky you. But if it's not, you're not going to find love in the workplace. But any other department, ER, med-surg, telemetry, ICU, you're kind of maneuvering, radiology, you know what I'm saying? Who else? Physical therapy, all the therapies, food service, you're just flowing in and out, moving, you move everywhere. So it's easy to meet people. It's easy to see things and talk and all that. It's a lot of moving parts in a hospital. People don't realize. They think we just hold up in our departments. No, we be moving. It's a lot of movement.
A lot of grown movement. Got it.
It's a lot of movement. So yeah, you can meet people. I don't think I have changed my mind on that, I will say.
All right, well, y'all heard it here. Candace is open to love in her workplace. I'm not gonna put her workplace out there, but if you know her, you know where she works, she's letting you know, hit her up. She's ready to date.
Don't do
not
it.
In the ER department.
You're gonna get let down. Okay. I already told
Don't
you.
listen to that.
When I'm at work, I be in the zone.
You just said you have time. You
I just said
you gotta eat, right? You go to food break.
I just said I see how it can work. Have I been approached and flirted with in my workplace? Absolutely. Absolutely. I've experienced this. Like I said, you can't trust everybody. But that is also the problem with the departments that move. They move too much because they want to do this. That's the thing. It can get messy because they want to holler at the nurse on this floor, the second floor, the third floor, and the fourth floor. That's what I'm saying. It gets messy. But they forget that this, like the nurse on the first floor is eventually going to talk to the nurse on the second floor and the third floor and the fourth floor too. We all move. You're not the only one moving. We all move. So that's what I'm saying. You can't just do that. You can't be messy because you're going to be found out rather quickly. It's like I know that nurses have friends, BFF that don't even work in their department. Like things spread quickly. So if you're gonna do it sincerely. If you want to date someone in your workplace, I think you can do it. I think it's possible. But if you want to be messy, that mess gonna come back to bite you quick. That's just my observation. So, and I think that, TV and stuff depicts the bad side of things all the time.
Oh, of course, they gotta get
like
drama.
It can get messy, absolutely, but it can work. That's what I'm saying. It can work if you want it to work. It can work. Because where else do you meet people? When I'm in the gym working out, I don't want nobody talking to me. When I'm in the grocery store, I don't want nobody talking to me. When I'm at the gas station, I don't want nobody talking to me.
But that's you. Some people do.
And that's me. But I feel like a lot of people are like that. You in the gym, you working out, you sweaty and gross. You don't want nobody in your face. But also don't be creepy and don't be aggressive either. Yeah. We need another episode about that. How to approach people in gym. I think some people, it's like when they talk to you, you can hear heavy breathing. Like, I feel like that's the soundtrack. Like, it's just creepy, heavy breathing. Like, relax. Just say hello. Just say hello. Like, easy. You seeing horse and carriage when you just meet somebody. Like, relax. Or bedroom, whatever your intention is. You seeing that. And like, everybody, I told it to my cousin. I was like, he was asking me, how do you approach someone? I said, just say hello. Spark up a conversation. I said, people feel your intention. Your intention is to bed this person. They feel that. It's like they see it and that scares them. It's like a deer in headlights. They get scared. It's off-putting. The desperation, like people sense desperation. It's scary and off-putting and intimidating. So just take a deep breath first. Just breathe. That's all I'm saying. Like, it's just aggressive out there. Just like, relax. Relax. Don't be so aggressive. Being aggressive only works on the football field. Be aggressive. Be aggressive. Don't take that out of the dating game. It's uncomfortable.
Whew. I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little glad I don't have to worry about that right now.
Lucky, lucky duck. Yeah. The moral of the story is, kids, if you want to date someone or holler at someone in your workplace, have good intentions.
Mhm.
If you trying to be slimy, it's gonna come back to bite you. Because like you already know, tea, gossip, rumors spread so quickly in the workplace. Why do you feel like you exempt? That's what I want to ask people. Like, why do you figure you special?
Everyone thinks that though.
And I think that's the problem with a lot of people. Like, we think we're so special. Like, it's not gonna happen to me. Not me. Yes, you. Could it be? Then who? No, you. Yeah. Mm-hmm. We know you stole the cookie from the cookie jar. It don't work. You know what I'm saying? We know. Yeah, it was all up in it. Got chocolate chips all on you. You're like, come on. You digging your hand in the cookie jar. And some of y'all was trying to pull out multiple cookies. You want a sugar cookie, you want a snickerdoodle, you want that oatmeal raisin, you want a chocolate chip, and your hand come out messy. You messy. That's the metaphor for today. Don't be messy. Just get one cookie.
Date with good intentions. That's the bottom line. And be mature about it. Be mature.
Grab one cookie and be intentional about it. You think about which one you want before you even grab it. You know? Be intentional. That's it. That's all we got. Don't be messy. Don't be suspicious. Don't be suspicious. I don't know what video that's from, but I keep saying that. Don't be suspicious, guys, because you're gonna get found out. You know what I'm saying? But if you want to date somebody, do it. It's possible. It's possible for it to go well. I have seen it happen. So be encouraged. That's it. We want to know your thoughts. If you have dated someone in the workplace, let us know. If it went well, let us know. If it went horrible, please definitely let us know. And we want to know all the tea. Okay? Just it's a learning experience. That's all.
And if you happen to work at Candace's job, hit her up.
Don't do that. Don't listen to her. Anyways, we thank you for listening as always. This was another episode of Hey Cuz.
Bye, guys.